Hello. In this video, I'm going to show you the steps to export a video that you've created using Camtasia into an MP4 format so that you can perhaps upload that to a service like Microsoft Stream for captioning and then further embedding into your Blackboard course sites. So the step for creating an MP4 from a Camtasia recording, they're actually quite simple. To start that process, you make your way to the right-hand portion of the Camtasia interface. Now, for all of you who might be thinking, making a video on Camtasia, how do I do that? If you're not sure how to start a recording using Camtasia, pause this video and go back and watch one of our earlier how-to videos about starting a recording. For the purposes of this particular set of instructions, we are assuming that you've already created a recording that you're happy with in Camtasia. So again, once you're happy with your Camtasia recording, you're going to make your way to the right-hand side of your screen and click on the green Share button. When you click on that button, you will have a number of options available to you. So Camtasia videos can be exported directly to web services like Vimeo or Google Drive. But in this case, what we're going to show you is how to create a local file, which means a file that you can save to your own computer, your own device. And this file will be generated in an MP4 format, which is the international standard for video files. So click on Local File, and a new dialog box will open. You don't want to use the default custom production settings because that often results in a video that's quite large, which makes uploading, transferring of the video a lot more challenging. So we are going to recommend that for most videos, your best option is to click on the drop-down menu. And again, you'll see a whole variety of options available to you. I want you to focus on the bottom half of this menu, so on the ones that say MP4. And we're going to recommend using the MP4 only up to 720p option. The reason for that is that in the option set below, you'll see that there are some versions called MP4 with Smart Player. Smart Player is only necessary if you have embedded interactive Camtasia-based features into your videos. So for example, Camtasia allows you to embed surveys and polls into your videos. If you've used one of those highly interactive features, then you have to create any version with the Smart Player. But for most faculty, you're going to have generated a fairly straightforward video. And so the straight MP4 version is your best option. We recommend 720p because that resolution works very well for devices like laptop computers, personal computers, but then also mobile devices. And it creates a file size that is smaller than the higher resolution 1080p. Okay, so stick with 720 for most purposes. Click on that option and select Next. You can change the title, so you'll have an automatic sort of title that is created for you. You can change that. We'll call this one version 2. And you also have the option to change the file path of where your particular file will be stored. For now, I will leave the default there. There are some default options that are already enabled below. Things like in terms of post-production, show production results, and play video after production, which means that once your video is rendered as an MP4, it will automatically play on your screen so that you can review it and ensure that it meets your quality standards. Okay, so again, you can leave those options, default options clicked or enabled, and then hit finish. The project will take some time to render. You can see that happening on the screen. Depending on the length of your recording, the rendering time may be longer. So the longer you're recording, the longer the rendering time. This recording is relatively short. It's only a few minutes long. So this rendering time should not be terribly lengthy. All right, and you can see that once the rendering is complete, your video automatically begins to play because we left that option enabled. So again, you can review your video to ensure that it meets your quality standards. You also get a production results notification indicating to you that the production is complete and providing some of the details about your recording. Once there, you click finish. And now you have an MP4 file that you can upload to various tools like Microsoft Stream or embed directly into your course site, your Blackboard course site. So now I want to show you, once you have your MP4 created, I've taken us to the Stream interface. Again, if you're interested in learning more about Stream, we have a whole host of videos about Stream itself, which is really a streaming service provided to us through Office 365 that allows us to host videos here and then link them into our Blackboard course sites. But here it's really easy if you hit create. And again, there's a whole video on using Stream, so I'll do this part quickly and upload video. You're going to be able to browse your files, and you will be able to find, once you're browsing through there, the particular recording that you need, which in my case was Design, Develop, and Deliver version 2. This is in an MP4 format. So if I go ahead and select that file and click open, now it's going to be uploaded into Microsoft Stream. So I hope this video was useful. Again, this is how you can export your Camtasia recordings into MP4 format so that they can be used in a variety of other applications.